Hey guys, how's it going? It's Andy from MagooInvesting. Happy Thursday. Today we're going to be talking about why I'm deciding to kind of step away from YouTube for pretty much indefinitely at this point. I'm going to be talking about my history on YouTube, what led me to start making videos, and the decisions that I've kind of made recently that have made me realize I need to, focus on some other things because I've seen a lot of changes, especially with my channel, how YouTube is being run, and a lot of the other content creators that are putting out investment videos on YouTube. And it's gotten to the point now where I really needed to accept that my channel is pretty much dying. So we're going to be talking about some of the things I saw today. This is not a pity party. I'm not going to be fully done. As of right now, my plan is to make videos whenever I feel like it. I want to make this back to a hobby. When I started making this channel, it was because I really enjoyed talking about the stock market. And now it's gotten to the point where I'm sure there's a lot of other people that anytime you turn a hobby into something that you're trying to make a living from, it becomes extremely stressful and it's not as fun to do. And so I want to turn this back to just being a hobby. And so probably the only times I'll be posting is maybe a video every month talking about how my portfolio has moved, the stocks that I've owned, and then talk about some major news stories, maybe some earnings reports of the companies I absolutely love. But we're going to be stopping the daily content. So let's kind of talk about some of the reasons why. So for the going into 2020, I finally got monetized in January of 2020, and things were feeling really good. This was something where I kind of wanted it to be some side income. It was the whole idea that I'm not going to be spending that much time. I was still in college, and if I could make some money from it, that'd be great because I still really enjoyed it. Then we start getting into the pandemic, and everything starts going crazy. People are looking for investing content. And May 2020, I have the best month on my channel that I've ever had, and it got to the point where I think I gained like 2,000 subscribers in a single month. And seeing that I'm now, still below 10,000, that was a huge month for me. And this was kind of in a transition period for me where I was going to be finishing up grad school in the next couple of months. And I thought that, if I kept working at this, I could make this a living, just enough to pay the bills, maybe not a lot to, save money and retire off of. But the whole idea with the pandemic is I wanted something that I could do safely from home that I enjoyed, that'd be enough to pay the bills. And based off of what I saw in May, I thought that I'd be able to do that. If I kind of put my nose down and really worked at it, I thought I could make this happen. So you have the ideal growth curve where if you put more time and effort into something, you want to see higher reward for it. And that's the whole idea that if you're working at a job and you work more hours, you're going to be paid more. YouTube is not the same way. You're pretty much at the mercy of the algorithm because if YouTube does not push out your content to new people, you're not going to be seen by new people who will subscribe to your channel and bring you more viewers in the future. And so there's been a couple times in the past year where I have really felt like YouTube is not on my side anymore. We had a time this past summer where I thought about quitting because I really wasn't getting the views that I needed. Then I had at the beginning of, I guess maybe it was the end of 2020, like November. Then we have the GameStop situation to get some momentum going into the investing space. People are looking for content. And now it's to the point where my videos just are not getting anywhere near the views that they used to. I used to just have a kind of a standard on my channel where I'd get like 1,000 views within 24 hours. And now it's been 24 hours since I posted my video yesterday and it has like 140 views. And that's a really stressful thing if that's the way that you're trying to make a livelihood from, because it got to the point where I was so stressed out and so anxious about seeing how my videos were performing that I would just spam refresh the analytics page to kind of see how my videos were doing. And it got to the point where my mood was so determined by how my video was doing that I have to stop looking at the analytics for my videos. And obviously that's fine for the short term, but then you get the dollar amount at the end of the month and it's nowhere near enough to live off of. You're going to be running down your savings pretty fast. So that's kind of the point where I'd gotten to. And I want to talk about some changes that I've seen in the overall YouTube space in the past couple months, because when I started getting going, I knew that there was clickbait. There's always been clickbait no matter what part of YouTube you're going to be on. I always think of Jeremy from Financial Education, who does produce content that people really enjoy, but some of the clickbait titles and the thumbnails, not the kind of stuff I wanted to do. And then I think things really started to change with the GameStop situation, because in the past year before that, I was able to make videos on stocks that I really believed in. And even going into the end of last summer, I remember talking to my dad saying that I don't know if I can do this anymore. People want me to talk about more and more volatile stocks, and they're really just not anything that I believe in. And then with the GameStop situation, you get people that are looking for stocks that are going to explode 1,000% in a couple weeks. And that's just not the type of investor I am. And I thought it would be disingenuous for me to come out and talk about these stocks that, have this huge, momentum plays, but have an extreme amount of risk, because I'm someone that have lost a lot of money on the stock market in my first year, and that was the whole reason why I started making this channel. And so people wanted more and more volatile stocks. And the companies that I used to talk about that used to do decently well when it came to SEO or search engine optimization just aren't getting the views anymore. And so it put me in a really tough spot where I was like, okay, I really need to see what can revive my channel. And that's why for the start of April, I looked through my old videos. I went through all of them and tried to find trends. And the thing that I noticed is anytime I talked about renewable energy stocks, those videos did relatively well. So I thought, okay, if I could replicate that, maybe I can get some momentum going and I can revive my channel. I don't know, we're 7 days in. The videos have been doing worse than I even expected before I tried to revive my channel. And so it's just, nothing's really working for me. And it's gotten to the point where this is not something that I enjoy as much anymore. I kind of dread having to set up all my camera stuff and talk to everyone. And that's really not what I want this to be. I want this to be an outlet for my kind of investing plan, talk about what I really enjoy, which is investing in the stock market successfully. And talking about these momentum plays is not something I really enjoy. So as of right now, I'm going to be stepping back. I'm not going to be making videos consistently anymore. And I'm only going to be talking about stuff that I really enjoy. I'm not going to be trying to, maybe not pander, maybe that's kind of a wrong word to use, but I'm not going to be making videos to try to do well. I'm going to be making videos to share my experience in the overall stock market and talk about companies that I really enjoy. And I think that's going to increase the level of quality because it's going to be stuff that I actually really believe in. And it's going to be making it a lot easier for me. And it's stuff where I can do it in my free time and not have to make it a main priority. It also means I'm going to have to try to find a job. And that was one of the main reasons why I tried to embrace the YouTube career, because with the pandemic, I really didn't want to risk myself or others by going outside. And I will be getting the vaccine in 3 days. So that'll make me feel a little bit more confident, but I'm going to have to go into the world and find a big boy job. And that's kind of a bummer to finally admit, but I kind of wanted to share what my plans are, because the whole point of this channel is to be as transparent as possible. And things have not been going well on YouTube for a bit. And I tried to revive it and things did not go according to plan. So it's one of those things where I can blame YouTube. You can definitely look at the numbers and be like, okay, for all of 2020, 60% of my views are coming from search, and now in the past month it's like 4%. But I don't want to do that. If people aren't clicking on my videos and the algorithm doesn't think this is worth showing to people, that's fine. Maybe I'm not supposed to be a mainstream YouTuber. I keep seeing all this stuff about young kids growing up, they all want to be YouTubers. It's not as fun as you would think. It is a lot of stress. It's a lot of planning. And I gave it a shot and I had a really good time, and now I'm ready to step away from it and just make it a hobby again. So hopefully you guys kind of understand my thought process. Just looking over my list real fast. Yeah, changes in YouTube. Yeah, I think I pretty much hit everything. So I will still be active on my Discord talking about stocks that I really care about and just kind of chatting with people who are like-minded individuals, because I think that's the most exciting part about making these YouTube videos, is connecting with people that have similar thought processes and have similar investing strategies to myself, and kind of bouncing ideas off of people. So if you would like to join the Discord and interact with me more often, a link to that will be in the description. Thanks for watching this video. I have no idea when I'll be back making another video, but when I do, it'll be something that I really care about and something that I really want to share. So thank you guys for all the support over the past, 2.5 years. Really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video.